Hey y'all, welcome back. As y'all can see, I got my work cut out for me today. A half a bushel of red apples here and a half a bushel of green we got while we were in the mountains. And I'm going to be peeling and coring them. We got this little handy dandy apple peeler, corer, and slicer. All in one shot. I forgot where I got that from. Pardon me, I don't know. Can't remember. But if I can get you closer over here so you can see. And I got it right here on the edge of the table. I had to it comes with this little adapter. You can either, it's got the little suction cup if you got a slick surface, that hard surface it'll stick to, but that's not working on my table out here, and I got the little adapter that you can screw to the table and it'll hold it pretty good. So this is what we're going to be doing today. I thought I'd bring y'all along and show y'all the process of how I make my apple butter. Okay, it's got a little trigger right here. Pull that back. Stick your little apple. And I've had this thing for several years. And wind it. And it'll start peeling right there. And then it goes through this little end, and that's where it cores it. Take it all the way through. Pull it off. You got your apple there. And it's not perfect. It does leave some peels. And that's why I got this knife. I can just peel what it leaves off. It's a whole lot better than doing it by hand, that's for sure. A whole lot quicker. And then I just slice it in two, like so. Put it in my bowl, and I use this. Miss Mimi gave me this idea. I just put a spray onto my lemon juice bottle, and I just spray them. Oh, they're sitting waiting on the other ones. And these peels will be put to good use. If I don't use them in a potpourri or something like that, the chickens will eat them. That's for sure. Chickens or goats or cows or pigs. Something will eat it around here, that's for sure. I'm out here today on the outside. I just brought me a little camping table out here and set up so I can just rinse it off with the water hose and it won't mess up the kitchen as much. And I don't know if you can hear my little fountain over there in the background making this little gurgle. But it's kind of warm out here today. Not too bad, but I wanted to show you something one of our church members, his wife, made for me this week. Isn't she cute? It's a little fall wreath. I thought it was real nice of her to make that for me. She made me one for Easter too, as well. She's a real sweet lady. She makes us all kinds of desserts and stuff, and we sure do appreciate it. Show you again, I'm going to pull this back. I don't know if it really matters which end you put in first. I always put the small end first. The firmer your apples are, the easier they'll be to peel. Some of the really ripe ones, it'll mush them in there and it won't work too well. But those firm ones work pretty good. You just take off the end where it left some of the peel. I'm actually gonna put them in my roaster because this will be what I'm putting my I'm roasting baking my apples in for my apple butter. I bought some paper towel. It juices. A juicy apple. And I got these apples from Carver's Apple Barn in Trying to think of that little town we went through. It's Carver's Apple Barn, and they have a little like a little warehouse where they sell all kinds of apples. I always get honey from there. They got all kinds of stuff in there. Little it's kind of like a produce stand, and they sell honey and jams and all kinds of apples, and you name it, they got it in there. And then on the side it's attached to it, they got a little restaurant, and they have some real good food in there. We usually try to stop by there every time we go to the mountains and have a meal on the way home. I'm trying to think of the name of that. Cosby, that's the name of the little town. It's Cosby. We go through there on the way back home and take a little rest and have a little lunch before we head back home and get on the road from there. But I'll bring you back when I get my apples, all of my apples peeled and in the little roaster, and show you how I do my process from then. Okay, as y'all can see, I got them peeled. I got two bowls of the peelings. I did get some to go in the dehydrator, and I got my roasting pan full, a little over full, but they'll cook down. And now you can see why I done it outside. It makes a mess. I got apple everywhere. They were so juicy. And that's why I decided to do them outside. But now I got to go get these into the roaster and get these in the dehydrator. And I'll bring you back when I get these going over here. Okay, I'm going to sprinkle some cinnamon on these before I put them in the dehydrator. And Michaela's joining me in the kitchen here. Okay, now those will go to the dehydrator. Make some good apples. Be right back. Yeah. Okay, this is what it looks like after cooking for about 8 hours. It's still kind of chunky, but you can see how much juice came out of those apples. I'll turn it on the lowest setting and I'll let it go all night, and then in the morning I'll add my spices and blend it with my immersion blender, and then just let it cook to the consistency I like. I like it real thick, so we'll just see what it looks like after I blend it and add the spices in the morning. Okay, we're back the next morning, and you can see the apples have cooked down a good bit overnight, and I'm fixing to use my immersion blender to blend it, because we like ours smooth. We don't like chunks in ours, so I'll blend it and then I'll put the spices in it. Most of them's cooked down pretty good. Some people like it chunky, but we don't. I'll lift this thing up without turning it off because it'll splatter everywhere. Okay, I think that's blended pretty good. I might come back afterwards after I simmer it some more and do some more. This is about, see, this is too soupy right now. We got, that's why we're gonna let it simmer. I'll probably let it simmer all day long after I put the spices in it. And I just kept coming back and checking it and seeing how thick it's getting, because it'll cook some more of that water out, liquid out. And I'll check my spices after I put the initial spices in. Then I'll come back and check it and make sure I got the right amount of each one to our taste. I mean, this is a thing here where you add the spices that you and your family enjoy. Some people might like more cinnamon, some people might like more brown sugar or cloves. But I will give you a little list of what I do put in it. I put brown sugar, white sugar, nutmeg, ginger, cinnamon, allspice. That's what I put, and I don't have an exact amount that I put. I just keep adding it until I get the taste that I like, that we like, and let it simmer, simmer, simmer until it gets to the right consistency. Then I'll put it in my jars and water bath can it. Like I say, I don't have a specific amount that I put. These are all of them mixed together. And I'll come back and taste it later on and see if that's enough. If not, I'll add more. Those spices that I just named, basically, you can look on the ingredients on the apple pie spice, and that's basically the same ingredient. So I do buy the apple pie spice to make it easier to, instead of having to mix them all. But we'll come back and let Pastor taste it. Well, he can taste it after I get it mixed up. And then we'll let it just simmer and cook probably all day on low. And I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like, the consistency, before I put it in the, or while I put it in the canning jars. You want to taste it now?
Sure.
Might be a little hot. You're going to have to get a spoon. Tell me if I need to add more or take away, or clean spoon.
Yeah, first, I'm not double dipping.
Well, even if you will.
That we might want to
Other
send.
people.
Yeah, I'm not double dipping.
It's hot now. What?
You got it right the first time. Delicious. Maybe a smidgen more, but
We'll let it
pretty
cook
close.
some more and get cook in there and simmer. Then we'll come back and I'll probably blend it again, because I see a few little chunks that I don't like to have in there. Okay, we're back, and it's like 48 hours later. I let this simmer on low and then for probably about the last 3 hours I took the top off and let it simmer so it thicken up. And we like ours real thick, as you can see, and it will thicken up some more after you get it in the jars, after it cools down. But from here I'm gonna put it in my jars. I got my hot jars right here. I just took out of the canner. I'm gonna ladle it into that. Got my hot jars, but they're not real hot. I just took them out. Can you see that? I'll get as close as I can so I don't make a mess. I'm gonna leave about 1/4 of an inch head space. Get a ring. I got my ring soaking over here in some hot water. First of all, I'm gonna wipe my ring down, because I know I got some little rim of my jar down with some paper towel vinegar on it. Make sure you get all that off of there, because if you don't, your jar won't seal. Put your rim on, and then your ring, hand tight, and that'll go into the canner. You don't want to touch the underside of that. Okay, I'm not going to make you watch me do all of them, but when I get ready to put them in the canner, I'll bring you back. Okay, we got our jars filled. We got, how many we got in here? 12, 13, we got 18 half pints in here. And my water's coming up to a boil, and once it comes to a boil, I'll put my top on and let that go for like 10 minutes. And then I'll take them out and put another batch in, because we got a little bit more apple butter in there. So I got these jars, and once these come out, I'll process the next batch. But I'll let you see them coming out, and hopefully hear them pop when I finish. Okay, we've processed these for 10 minutes, and now they're fixing to come out of the canner. I'm going to sit them here and let them cool. Hopefully hear some start popping. But I usually let my jar sit for like, usually overnight, but probably by the time I go to bed, they'll be ready to, hopefully they've all popped, and I'll just take the, wipe the jars down with a clean cloth, and when I store them, I take the actual rim off. And I take a Sharpie and mark on there what they are, what it is, and the date, and I'll put them in the cupboard, and we'll enjoy these over the winter. And I'll share with some friends at church. They love the apple butter. But as you can see, that's the whole process, how it's done. Got any questions? I'll try. I'm not an expert at this, but if you got any questions, leave a comment below, and I'll try my best to. If I can't answer it, I know how to Google. But I appreciate you watching the video, and watching me in the kitchen, going along with me, and on my apple butter process. But like I said, if you got any questions, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.